Welcome back to US Grit Baseball, where we are getting ready to face off in our first bracket play game against the Bombers here at the NCS Spring NIT. Rocco and US Grit getting ready to face off, so we will get right into it soon. Let's go, US Grit. All right, thanks once again for tuning in to US Grit Baseball. Sugar Rush is up first, and the first pitch is down and away. Thank you for tuning in again. If you do see anything that you like in this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share our content, leave us a comment, tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, talk about that great play. I'm sure we'll see some of them. And Sugar Rush hits that in the air, and it gets over the right fielder's head. So he is going to be there on first base and started off with a little single. Great job, Mason Herrera. We call him Sugar Rush. Okay, Mason Doyle, Mace Dog stepping in, looking for his first pitch, and there it is, down and away, and Mason Herrera holds at first base. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air, center fielder underneath it, and he is going to make the catch. I know that looks shallow, but that dirt is very deep. This field is really big. Fences are about 330 feet. That's one down. We call Clayton the Ogre. First pitch is check swing, ball one. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Sugar Rush is going, and he's going to be safe there at second base with a head first slide. Good job, Mason. All right, payoff pitch coming up here. Big pitch for this game so far, and here it is. Then that's away, and Clayton earns a hard-earned walk, and he's going to trot down to first base. Good job, Ogre. All right, okay, Eden, we call him Big Poppy, stepping in now. First pitch to him is swung on and missed, high in the strike zone for strike one. Pitcher checks runner, 1-1 delivery. Swung on and hit in the air and over the center fielder's head, so everyone's going. That ball's rolling way out here to the fence. Poppy rounding second, headed for third, and they're going to wave him home. And nope, stop him there at third base. So Big Poppy with a big triple here in the first inning, scoring 2 runs. Attaboy, way to go. That's going to bring up Josiah. We do call him Gummy Bear. And he's in there for the first pitch of his at bat, and I think that caught the outside corner, and it did for strike one. Ready to see a 1-1 delivery here. Swung on, hit on the ground, back to the pitcher. Pitcher bobbles it, throws one, and Eden does hold it. No, Eden doesn't hold at third base. Did he score? I never saw him. Oh no, he did. Eden did hold at third base. There he is, right there. Okay. All right, Eden's still at third base. 2 outs now. Gavin's stepping in, seeing if he can base hit him in here. Swings and misses on the first pitch, high in the strike zone. Maybe a ball if he didn't swing, but that was close. So good hack. Here we go. And the 2-1 delivery, swung on, hit in the air. Shortstop looks like he's underneath it, and he is, and he makes the catch for the third out. But Grit does put up 2 in the top of the first. Let's go, boys. Here we go. All right, here we go. Bottom of the first inning, Clayton, the Ogre, pitching for Grit. His first pitch is in there, inside corner, strike one. Okay, here's the 3-2 pitch. That misses up, and Clayton puts the first man aboard via the walk. All right, Clayton back into pitch here. Runner on first, nobody out. First pitch is down and away for ball one. Runner holds at first base. All right, here we go. 3-0 pitch from Clayton. And that's down in the dirt, ball 4. So he walks the first 2 batters. And Grit in a bit of a jam here early. Okay, Clayton in a bit of a jam. First and second now, I'm sorry. No outs. New batter here. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Attaboy. Here's the... And Clayton balks there. You can't pause that long. You got to keep motion. Okay, here comes the 1-2 delivery again. Swung on, hit in the air. Going back is Gavin. And he does make the catch. Good job, Gavin. I wasn't sure if him or Levi were going to get it. That's 1 down. Runners have to hold. Good job. All right, Clayton back to work. 1 out now, second and third. First pitch to this batter is swung on, hit in the air again. And underneath it is Gavin again. And he makes another catch, and runners have to hold again. Attaboy. All right, here we go. New batter. First pitch from Clayton. That's inside, and it gets the bat. Or him. No, it gets him. And that's going to be another man on. So base is loaded. No damage. The base was empty. See if we can get this third out. Here we go, Clayton. All right, new batter for Clayton. Bases juiced, 2 outs. First pitch is hit in the air, and it's going to be foul. Eden was going for it, but couldn't get there. 1 strike. 2 outs here. Bases juiced, full count. Runner should be moving on the pitch, and the pitch is inside. So Clayton walks him, and that scores a run. So 1-2 now for Grit, and Saya calling timeout. New batter, bases juiced, 1 run now. 2 outs. Ball 1 on the first pitch. All right, Clayton, got to keep it. Here we go. 2-2. Swung on, hit on the ground. Charged by Herrera, thrown over to first, and that runner is fast, and that scores another run. Infield single. Score tied at 2. All right, here we go. Clayton, new batter, score tied, bases juiced, 2 outs. First pitch is up for ball 1. Here we go, Clayton, 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. He gets out of it, but does give up 2, allowing them to tie the game. We got a new game going into the second. Let's go. Okay, Levi the Kid into bat here for Grit, top of the second. First pitch is outside for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit off the mound, weird bounce, past the second baseman, and into center, or right center field at least, fielded by the center fielder. So Levi's got himself a single with a nice hop off that mound. Even if it hadn't, it's probably up the middle. Good job, Kid. All right, Jack's up now. Levi at first, no outs. First pitch is called, strike 1 on the outside corner. Here's the 0-1. Down in the dirt, ball 1. Levi going, and he's going to be in there safely. Nice slide, Kid. Good job, Pickett. Here's the 2-2 to Jax. Swung on and hit well, and that's going to get into right field, and it is fielded nicely by the right fielder. Jax is Levi at home. Jax at first. Ball gets by. Jax is going 2. So Jax with an RBI single gets to stretch it to 2 on the throw home. Attaboy. Nice job. All right, that brings up my 10-year-old son, Rocco. Let's see what he can do here. Rocco stepping in. I can't even tell what bat he's using. Someone else's, not his. First pitch. In there, strike 1. All right, here we go. 3-2 pitch. And he hits that hard. And that gets all the way down the line. That's going to roll a long way. Rocco rounding first, heading for second. Rounding second, heading for third. And he is going to be in there with a triple. Way to go, Rocco. Attaboy, way to hit the ball hard in a big situation. Let's go. I just missed something, but they must have thrown the ball out of play because Rocco got to go home. Yeah, he did. He got to go home. So that scores another run. Attaboy, let's go. Bases empty. No outs. Austin up to bat now. Bases empty, nobody out. First pitch to Austin. In there for strike 1. Good pitch. Here comes the 2-2 to Austin. Swung on and hit. And that is going to get into right field. Austin has himself a single, and Grit keeps the rally going. Turns the lineup over. Let's go. Okay, new pitcher here for Bombers baseball. Mason Herrera in. Lineup turns over. Austin on first. Nobody out.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Mason Herrera hits a ball to the second baseman, and he's going to be out at first. Oh, no, the ball gets away, and Austin going 3, and he's in there and safe. So on that little ground ball, Austin goes first to third because it gets away, and Mason Herrera is on first base. Let's go. All right, Mace Dog stepping in now. First and third, runners at the corners, no outs. First pitch is up and away for ball 1. All right, 1-1 pitch inside, and that gets him. That's going to load the bases. Herrera was going anyway, and that's bases loaded now, no outs. Good job, Doyle. The Ogre, Clayton stepping in, no outs. Bases juiced now, and the pitch is up and away, ball 1. All right, here we go. The 2-2 to Clayton. Oh, and he gets sorted there for strike 3. That's 1 down. Big Poppy Eden stepping in now. Bases juiced, 1 out. First pitch is in there for strike 1. All right, here's the full count pitch to Eden. Down in the dirt, ball 4. So Eden works a walk, and that's going to score another run for Grit. Good job, Eden. All right, Saya stepping in. Bases still juiced. We do call him Gummy Bear.
Gummy Bear?
Gummy Bear. And here's the first pitch. Swung on, hit well, and through the infield. That gets to right field, so that's going to score 1. And that's, yeah, and good job, Saya. So that's another single, scoring another run. Let's go. All right, Gavin up. First pitch, he looks for bunt. And And the squeeze, and they got, and is he safe at first?
They caught him out.
Ah, he's out at first. Nice bunt though, scores another run. Good job, Gavin. 2 down. Levi back up. He led this inning off, so it's his second at bat of the inning. First pitch. In there for strike 1 on the outside corner. Nice pitch. All right, here's the 0-1 to Levi. Swung on, hit well. And that's going to be into right field. And that's going to score another run. 2 more runs. Gavin running for, I forget who. For Saya. Gavin running for Saya. Scores another run. And nice hit there, Levi. Good job, kid. All right, here we go. First pitch to Jax. Swung on and missed for strike 1. All right, here we go. Down and away, and Levi's going to take second base on the wild pitch there. Good job, Levi. Here comes the 3-2, and he swings and misses for strike 3. So that is going to end the big inning there for Grit with, what do we have? 10, 11, 12 batters that inning. All right, let's go, Grit. Let's go get some outs. Okay, here we go. Clayton back into pitch now. 10-2 lead now for Clayton. Let's see if he can find his command. And here's the pitch. Swung on, hit to second base. Fielded nicely by Gavin. Thrown to first for out number 1 of the inning. Good job. 1 pitch, 1 out. Way to go. Okay, Clayton back up now. 1 down, nobody on. First pitch for Clayton. Nibbles the outside corner for strike 1. All right, here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded again by Gavin. Thrown over to first for out number 2. Good job. Now Clayton has found his groove, and he's showing some efficiency. Way to go. All right, Clayton back up now. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Clayton back on the bump from the windup. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Clayton goes 1-2-3, puts up a 0, and Grit goes into the third up 10-2. Let's go. All right, if you guys watched our last video, you might recognize these stud 9-year-olds from MVP Hustle. Played a close game, number 50. Which one are you? Right there. What a pitcher that kid is. Attaboy. All right, guys. Hopefully we'll see you guys again in the championship. You guys have a good tournament, all right? All right, say let's go, Grit. Yeah, all right, guys, have fun. Okay, Rocco leading off the inning, top of the third here for Grit. Grit still up 10-2. First pitch to him is down in the dirt for ball 1. All right, my 10-year-old son Rocco stepping in, 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4, so he works a walk. Good job, kid. First base runner here in the third. Let's go. All right, that brings up Austin. We call him Smalls. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. Rocco still at first. And the 1-0 is hit to third base. They throw to second. And the throw comes out, so Rocco's safe there at second base. All right, here we go. Rocco at second. Austin at first. First pitch to Herrera is in there. Strike 1. Good pitch, number 14. Here we go. 3-2. Pulled down in the dirt. That's going to be a ball 4. And the bases are going to be loaded for Mace Dog. Let's go. All right, bases juice. Nobody out right now. Mace Dog stepping in. Pitcher comes set, first pitch, down and away, gets away from the catcher, but everybody does hold. Ball 1. The 2-0 pitch, swung on, hit on the ground, chopper, fielded by the shortstop, thrown home, and Rocco can't quite beat it. He's out at home for the first out. Nice play there, number 21 there at shortstop. Good job. All right, Clayton stepping in, bases still juiced, 1 out now. Here's the first pitch. Little breaking ball's fouled off to the backstop, strike 1. Here's the 0-1, swung on, hit well on the ground, and that gets through the infield, cut off by the center fielder. No, it gets by, and Clayton on his horse, going 2, heading for 3. That's going to clear the bases, and Clayton's going to go home, it looks like. Play at the plate? No play at the plate. A ground ball, grand slam, because the fences are deep here. Nice hit, Clayton. Good job, kid. All right, Eden stepping in now. Bases empty, 1 out. First pitch, nice breaking ball in there for strike 1. Good pitch, 14. The 3-2 pitch, and turned on, hit on the ground, knocked down by the first baseman, and that's going to be 2 outs. Nice play there, young man at first base. 2 down. All right, here we go. Saya stepping in now. Nobody on, 2 outs. First pitch. That is a nice little curveball, but I think he called it a strike. I thought it was up, but maybe he did call that one a strike. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. The 2-1. Breaking ball, swung on, hit in the air, and caught by the right fielder. Nice job, 0-0. Let's go. 3 down. Let's go get some outs, Grit. All right, Clayton in to try to close this one out, I believe. First pitch is low and inside, ball 1. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, hit in the air, and going back is Austin, I'm sorry, in left field. That's all the way down the line. Runner's rounding second, throwing into third, and he's going to be in there safely. Nice triple, young man. Good hit. Double zeros. Okay, runner on third now, no outs. Grit is up 14-2, I believe. Here's the pitch. Called, strike 1, outside corner. Clayton comes set, the 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Called, strike 3, outside corner. Nice pitch, and Clayton looks pumped. Attaboy, 1 down. All right, runner on third, 1 down. First pitch from Clayton. Swung on and fouled down the first base line, strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, hit on the ground. Fielded, thrown over to first for out number 2, and the runner did have to hold at third base. So 2 down now. Clayton trying to put up another 0. Way to fight. All right, new batter now. Runner still at third, 2 outs. First pitch from Clayton is high, ball 1. Here is the 1-2, and he swings and gets in the dirt. Saya has to pick it up, throw it over to first base, and he completes the put out. So Clayton puts up another 0. Good job. And let's see what's going on. That is going to be the ball game. So Grit only has to play 3. They're able to mercy. We've got a long wait before we play Terra Baseball in game 2 today. If we can win that one, we'll go to a championship game. Good job, Grit. Way to go. D1 bracket, win in the first round. Let's see if we can win the semifinals. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Don't forget to share our videos. We really appreciate your support. Have a good day. Peace.